heavenly spread that has captured the appetite of millions across the world. In just a single year, Nutella sells enough jars to cover the Great Wall of China 8 times over. But exactly how did this nutty snack become such a spiritable sensation? As you'll soon find out, Nutella came about in a much darker time of water and turmoil. The creamy concoction has a long and winding history, tracing back to the 19th century Italy. In fact, the first predecessor Nutella came about thanks to none other than Napoleon Bonaparte. As the story grows, chocolate was a scarce commodity because of the Napoleonic Wars between France and several other European countries, including Great Britain. Now, Britain was a global center of commerce, and Napoleon naturally forbade French allies and neutral colonies from trading with British in an attempt to destroy the economy. The result was a continental blockade that had caused the price of chocolate to soar. People were scrambling to find a solution, and some resourceful Italian chocolaters had the idea of adding chopped hazelnuts to the chocolate in order to stretch their supplies. The result was a tasty paste that came to be known gianduja. While popular during the war, it faded to obscurity once cocoa imports returned to full swing. But you know what they saw? History repeats itself. And it wasn't long before the shadow of another dictator threatened the Italian chocolate industry once more. Italian chocolate lovers just couldn't catch a break. It seems as the country once again found itself in crisis in the wake of World War II. But the Italians were industrious and went back to the old ways of stretching the limited chocolate supply. This time, however, a pastry maker named Pietro Ferrero would take gianduja to the next level. He created a new recipe using hazelnut, sugar, and tiny bits of cocoa he could get his hands on. The result was a thick, sweet loaf he dubbed gianduja. If you're having trouble, imagine a version of Nutella that had to be cut with a knife. Then don't worry, it never really caught on. However, this failure did not stop Ferrero from trying again. He hit the drawing board, and in 1951, he came up with a spreadable version. He called it Super Creamer, and although its name was gimmicky, its taste wasn't. Since it was spreadable, even a tiny bit of it went a long way, and the price made it accessible to the chocolate lovers who couldn't afford the real thing. The consequence of World War II, of course, continued to send shockwaves throughout the world, but at least people finally had an affordable way to satisfy the sweet tooth. Now, we fast forward to 1964, when Super Creamer's recipe was adjusted for mass production and rebranded as Nutella. By that point, Pietro had handed over control of the company to his son Michel. Over the next few decades, he would spread Nutella across Europe and then the United States, creating an empire that would have put Napoleon to shame. Of course, Michel would not rest on his laurels, creating other iconic sweets like Ferrero Rocher and Kinder, but that's a story for another time. Perhaps Michel's greatest strategy, however, was his focus on secrecy. For under his tenure, the company refused to hold press conference or give anyone access to their plants. With such a tight control over his production, Michel could keep quality high while expanding the company at a rapid pace. Nutella quickly ceased being a mere substitute for chocolate and gained a cult following of on its own. Today you can join legions of fans who spread Nutella on the morning toast, and you can celebrate World Nutella Day on the 5th of February each year. In many ways, Nutella is a testament to the perseverance of humanity. It was created in the wake of the worst wars in history, and it's still making people smile today.